Welcome to Ignite Success. I'm your host, Snowden McFall, 25-year professional speaker, 6-time author, and women's coach. And with me today is Sarah Carrigan. Sarah is the volunteer recruiter for the Guardian Ad Litem Program of the 7th District. Welcome, Sarah.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
So tell people what the Guardian Ad Litem Program is, because I know it makes such a difference, particularly to the foster care system.
Absolutely. Thank you, Snowden. The Guardian Ad Litem Program is a state program that's based on volunteers. We are highly successful as a program because we are solely based on volunteers with a skeleton of staff.
So what does Guardian Ad Litem do?
We work actually for judges in all over the country. The Guardian Ad Litem in Florida has about 20 circuits. We're in the 7th Circuit, which is Volusia, Flagler, Putnam, and St. John's. The fourth circuit is Duval, Nassau, and Clay. But we work with these judges to advocate for children that have been abused, abandoned, and neglected. They've been removed from their home by no fault of their own. And while their parents are working on a case plan that have tasks for reunification, our child advocate volunteers visit these children and recommend best interests to the judge. So we can advocate for anything from an extracurricular activity to medical needs.
So the Guardian Ad Litems go with the child to the courts, is that right?
Most of our courts don't have the children come unless they're a specific age.
Okay.
But they do attend court, and at that point the judge can ask our volunteers what's going on in that child's life that isn't a dependency case. And at that point we will give the judges recommendations of what we believe is in their best interest.
So a Guardian Ad Litem would spend a lot of time with the child then?
We ask our volunteers to visit once a month. We observe what's going on in their lives in foster care, and we document it in a program that the judge has access to that is appointed to that case. Our program, we get involved because a judge asks that our program get involved case by case.
So can you tell me some success stories? Because I know there are many, and I know this is a very important program to these children.
Well, our volunteers take time out of their month to visit the child, and as they write these reports, they see a better understanding of what's going on and what's in the best interest of this child. Generally speaking, children in foster care that have a volunteer have a higher chance of better grades. They have a higher chance of graduating high school and finding a permanent home.
That's so important. And so how many volunteers do you need on a regular basis, and how do you get your volunteers?
As a recruiter, we go out into the community and we do different presentations to clubs and organizations. There are a couple different ways to get involved. One is, number one, we always need volunteers. There are over 1,400 children in our 7th Circuit right now.
Wow.
That are in the foster care system.
Are some of those brothers and sisters? And
yes.
So does the same Guardian Ad Litem work with, several children in the same family?
Yes. Once it's set by dependency case. So
Okay.
whoever is in that case, it could be one or more children.
Okay.
But that volunteer takes on that case until it closes. And that can be over a year sometimes.
And so a Guardian Ad Litem might also call the children regularly too, as well as go and visit the home?
Absolutely. We create opportunities for what we call normalcy. So it's things that you grew up with, Snowden, and I grew up with, that we deem normal is not quite the same as what the state
Right.
is able to take and to offer to these children. So I work with superheroes. Not only our volunteers, but our staff, create opportunities for these children to have experiences that they wouldn't get without that opportunity and representation.
So could you give an example of some of these experiences that you're talking about?
Well, I can say anything from a little child that is put in a home that has a swimming pool that doesn't know how to swim.
So getting them swimming lessons.
We'll go out to our foundation and request funding for swim lessons. We have different organizations in the community that will allow us to take the children for free. So there's small, little opportunities like Alligator Farm and other places up in Duval that just, are there to support our volunteers to create unique experiences and to help.
Fun outings,
Yes.
recreation, those kinds of things.
Yes. So then these children, the 6 inches between the ears, they don't know where they're going to sleep tomorrow. They
Right,
don't know
so
if
they're terrified.
they don't know if their parents are going to work on those tasks in that case plan for unification. They may be moved to another foster home. They may move several times within a year and go to different schools. So there's a lot of complications in their mind.
So the Guardian Ad Litem is really the unification, the unifying theme for this child throughout the year. Someone who's looking after them, checking in on them, reporting to the courts, and advocating for them.
Absolutely. We try to create stability by visiting once a month. Sometimes in these programs you get a high rollover in the state programs that the caseworkers come in to work for these children. But the kids know the difference between someone that walks in that's paid and someone that comes in out of the goodness of their heart.
I bet. So where could people find out how to sign up?
Visit our state website, www.guardianadlitem.org. That's Guardian, Guardian, ADLITEM.org. You can also call 1-866-341-1425, and that is our state 800 number, the toll-free that you can go direct. They'll give you contact information from county to county.
Well, thanks for all that you do, Sarah, and I know that you make such a difference in the lives of these children.
Thank you so much for having us.
My pleasure.
My pleasure. Thank you.